Hey again, it's me. I have been thinking, well, I'm always thinking, but anyways, I have been thinking about my grad school plans, and I think I mentioned them in another video, but I was actually wrong about the program I read about. Their program is not 10,000, but 22,000. Don't get me, for the whole 3 years. Don't get me wrong, that is still a cheap program, but I think I might post about it and like scroll through. I think with my vlogging series, this is the start of a beautiful friendship. To quote Casablanca again. Because honestly, like, I think this is a viable way for me to like have a productive outlet. And I plan I will continue this after the pandemic ends. Whenever it does end. Like I have read a lot of headlines that like this will get worse before it gets better, and like it's about flattening the curve, and like we don't know for sure when this ends because it really changes day by day, moment by moment. Like for example, my place of employment, my store, they plan on opening back on April 6th. That was their tentative plan, but at this point, based on what I'm reading in the news, I'm not sure that's gonna happen. Like whether they want to or not, that's like a different story. But like we might not open back on April 6th. That's not even that long from now. Like what is this? March 29th or 28th? No, I think today's the 29th. Well, if I'm wrong, it doesn't matter. Like time is relative in the pandemic. Continue on. I was actually talking with someone's live stream about how like the apocalypse is actually like its own universe. It's like internally its own thing, and that time is relative, and the eternal apocalypse within that universe. But yeah, that's like Alice for you. That's me. I'm actually like I consider myself a very intelligent person. Not because I'm trying to toot my own horn, but I really love thinking. I love pondering. I love I love imagining things. I'm a very creative person. I when I was in second grade, I drew a picture of myself, a little self-portrait, and my teacher, my second grade teacher, Miss Tarika, hung it up in her office, and people were like, "Did 13 or 14-year-old draw that?" And no, I was 6 at the time though, and she said no, she was the person who drew this was 6 years old. So like, even though I was a little 6-year-old drawing a little self-portrait of me, like I actually was ahead of the curve in terms of my drawing skills at the time. I apparently was a little 6-year-old girl drawing like a 13-year-old or a 12-year-old, like whatever. I think it was, yeah. She said that the people who saw my drawing thought I was 12 or 13, but I was actually only 6. And when I was in Chinese school, like back when I was living in Vietnam briefly, like my mom made me go to school to learn Chinese, to learn how to read and write it, but I don't remember much of it at this point. So I I was I was this little preschooler because I wasn't even in kindergarten. No, I was actually in kindergarten when I was in China. No, not China, Vietnam. I do know my own past before like I get laughed at. I was in preschool when I was in Los Angeles, and then when I had to move to Vietnam because my parents brought me there, I was in kindergarten. So I was a kindergartner writing at a third grade level. I won like the school spelling bee. I was third place in the entire school of reading and writing Chinese. So I'm pretty proud of myself, honestly. Like I'm naturally very smart, and so I deserve to be happy about my positive traits, to affirm myself. So I don't think that's necessarily tooting my own horn. I think that's just me being prideful of my positive traits. when I've had low self-esteem for a long time. And so yeah, like I won the school spelling bee as a little kindergartner, writing at a third grade level. I don't know what happened to my Chinese teacher. I think she went to Brazil, and eventually my mom lost in touch with her. I am a huge, like, teacher person. I've loved my teachers all my life. And then when I went to college, I love my professors. I love being in school. Like, I really am an intellectual. I I love school. I love teachers. I've thought about becoming a teacher, though I'm still not sure what I want to do one day. I might become a therapist still. I really don't know. Or I might become a preacher. Who knows? Like, the sky's the limit. Or I could become an actress or performer. Or all of the above. Like, I'm still young. I have a lot of time. So, yeah. I bid you all to do again.